Good day everyone, you're welcome back to my channel. What I have today is how to make a bustier princess dart blouse, and I want you to watch this video to the end so that you can benefit. And if this is your first time you watch my video, you are welcome to this channel. All you need to do is to click on the red subscribe button and like my video just to appreciate my work, and I will appreciate that. And you can share my video as well. Thanks for watching. Now this is the fabric I shall be using. The length for this, the half length, the full length of this blouse is 23 inches, while the half length is 15.5 inches. But I shall be working on the half length first. Now that is from the shoulder line to the up navel. That is what I mean by half length of this top. Now I say it's 15.5 inches, but I shall be adding 1 inch or half an inch, making it 16 inches. So this fabric, this is the wrong side of this fabric, is unfold, as you can see. So I shall be measuring my 16 inches, and because it's unfold, that's 16 divided by 2, I have 8 here. So I will be marking 8 right here, starting from this edge. I mark my 8. I mark my 8 here. Now I shall be using the bust to cut out the fabric for the half length of this top. Now the bust for this particular blouse is 36 inches. Now 36 inches divided by 2, because I'm conscious of the pattern of this fabric. So I shall be making it a vertical pattern. I don't want it horizontal. So that's why I'm placing the fabric like so that at the end I will achieve my aim in terms of vertical and the vertical way I want the fabric to be in terms of the pattern. Now I say the bust is 36 inches divided by 2. I have 18 inches. Now this 18 inches, I shall be adding 8 inches extra. So 18 inches plus 8 gives me 26. So both for the front panel and the back panel, I shall be cutting 26. So I have my 26 here. So this 26, I shall be cutting it twice. That is for both the front panel and the back panel. So by the time I be through, I will show you what I meant. So I've achieved the vertical form. As you can see, I have the width 26 inches. Can you see? Then the length, so 16. You can see it here. It's okay by me like this. See? So I'm going to, this is both the front and the back panel. So I'm going to fold it like so and place it on each other. So fold it and place it on each other like this. So let's go. Now for the shoulder line is 14 inches, and 14 inches divided by 2 gives me 7 inches. I have my 7 inches here. Now for the length of the armhole, 8 inches. Yes, I have my 8 inches there. So from here, I shall be marking 4 inches. From here, can you see? This one is for the back piece, but I'll place it on the front. So I shall be marking 4 inches. Downward. So I'm going to connect these lines. Now so from the shoulder line, I shall be marking 10 inches here, but because of the joining here, so I'm going to mark 10.5 instead of 10. So I'm going to connect this line. This is going to serve as my breast point. Now coming down to the under bust. The under bust for this is 12.5 inches. So instead of 12.5 inches, I shall be marking 13 inches because of the consideration here. So I'll mark 13 inches, which means I've added 0.5 to the 12.5 inches for the bust line. Then I have the waist here. So I'll be let me rule on the under bust line. So for the neckline is 3 inches. 3 inches for the neckline. Then for the depth of the front neckline is 4.5 inches. 4.5 inches. So I'm going to add additional 0.5, making it 5 inches. This depth, this 5 inches, is for the depth of the front panel of this blouse. I connect it to this place. I've not extended to here because this is for the front. Now coming to the back depth neckline, 2.5 inches. So this one, I'm going to connect it up to this place because it's serving as the depth of the back neckline. So I will make a curve, a slight curve. Then here, I'll make a curve. So my slope is less than 1 inch. That is the shoulder slope. So in measuring the bust, remember I said the bust circumference for this blouse is 36 inches. And 36 inches divided by 4 gives me 9 inches. So I have my 9 inches here. So plus, I'm going to mark plus 1.5 inches. So I'm going to connect this line. So for the curve, I'm going to mark from this point, not here. I have almost 7.5 inch. So from here, I shall be marking 4. Then I make my curve. Then I make another curve. That's for the front armhole line. So I have it like so. So like I said, this is the line of the breast point. So all I need to do is to first connect this line like so. From here, I'm going to connect to this place. It's not a straight line, but a curved line to give me what I want. If you have your French curve, you can use it, but here I'm using my free hand. So here I'm going to extend this by 1.2 inches. So right now I'm going to cut. You can see that I've just stopped here. So the essence why I've stopped here, remember, is the bustier, princess. I only want to cut it so that I can remove this back piece and concentrate fully on this front panel. So I will start. So what I'm going to do right now is to trace this, or if you don't want to trace this, just because this is just an inch here for the zipper allowance. Remember, from here is 4 inches. What I have here for the wideness of my breast point, so is 4 inches. 4 inches plus 1, I'm going to mark right here 5 inches. Downward. Now we connect. I will remove this first. Placing it on this tip, this is the original. I have 8 inches for the armhole line, so it stops here. So I'm going to connect this line first. Then from here, I measure, if you remember on the front panel, 4 inches. That's where the connection starts for the princess dart. So all I need to do is to trace that line. Can you see? So what I shall be doing right now is to start the measurement properly. So on my bust, I have, remember, I have to leave 1 inch. So I have that is the bust, 36 divided by 4, I have 9 inches. But the reason why I'm going to make a little, the reason why I'm leaving this space is because of the zipper. That's why I'm placing my tape rule right on this place, leaving the 1 inch for the zipper allowance. So I will place it 36 divided by 4. I have my 9 inches right here. Now plus 1 inch for seam allowance. So coming to the waist is 30 inches, and 30 inches divided by 4, I have 7.5 inches. But remember, I will have to build a dart here. So right on this line, I'm going to make less than 1 inch, maybe 0.7 inches, less than 1 inch, on both on the right hand side and on the left hand side. So here, from here to this place, I have this line as my breast, the breast point, but I shall be reducing it by 1. So I come down a bit by 1 inch or 1.5 inch, but I come down by 1 inch. So that's where this arrow will connect as my dart. So I'm going to connect like so. So for the waist, like I said, 30 divided by 4 gives me 7.5. I have it here. 7.5 plus, what do I have here? Let's measure. I have 1.5 here, plus that 1.5, then plus 1 inch as my seam allowance. Now, when you look at this, you will discover that what I have here on the bust line, you see, I have here 10 inches from this place. The reason being that I said I consider the 1 inch for the seam allowance, but I wouldn't want the back to bust out. So because of this reason, so I'm going to make from here to this place, I'm going to make it 4 instead of 5. I will make it 4 inches for the width here, and at the end of the day I'm going to subtract it. I'm going to add it here. So I will bring down this length like so. I'm going to measure 1 inch. So bring it inward, bring it inward, then down. Can you see? So by the time I sew this blouse, you will discover that this will not bulge out. It won't shoot out at the back. It will be flat. But remember that 1 inch has also been considered here. So I'm going to add another 1 inch here. Then I connect this line, this second one to this, and this one to this, after which I will now cut it out. Then now the next thing here is to still make another 1 inch here. The reason for this last 1 inch here is for the joining the line here, because this side is going to take 0.5 and this line 0.5 for stitching. So that's the reason why I also make another 1 inch. Can you see? Another 1 inch. Then I finally connect. So that was why I added 8 inches extra at the beginning. Can you see? So the next thing is for me to cut. Sorry, my curve. So the next thing is to open this because of the zipper. It's a bit technical, but if you just take your time to watch it, you will get it. So this is what I have as my back piece for this blouse. Let me trim this excess off. So this is my back piece. Coming to the front piece. So here is this line, if you can still remember, is my bust point line. That is from the shoulder line. I have it 10.5, and I told you the reason why I have 10.5. It ought to be 10 inches, but because of this place, when I shall stitch this place, so that's why I've added 0.5 extra. Now for the under bust line, I'm supposed to have it as 12.5, but I've added 0.5 because of that same issue. Then now this is the breast point. Now I'm going to come here and I'm going to mark 2 inches inward. Can you see? 2 inches inward. That will give me the curve I want. Then I bring it down straight like so. I also make sure it's 2 inches. So I connect this to this. So coming to the measurement, the bust 36 inches divided by 4, I have my 9 inches here. My 9 inches plus 1. This one is serving as the line, the joining at the princess line, then plus 1 inch for my seam allowance. So I have it here. Then coming to this place, I'm going to measure my under bust is 29 inches divided by 4. Whatever I have, I mark it. Then if you can see, look at this space here, 2 inches. So I'm going to add that 2 inches back. I'm going to take it back. So that's the 2 inches because I'm going to remove this. So plus 1 inch for the line joining, then plus another 1 inch for my seam allowance. Then coming to the waist, the same thing is applicable. So I have the waist 30 inches divided by 4. I have 7.5 inches. Then can you see this space? I will have to return it back. I have 2 inches, so I will return it back 2 inches plus 1 inch for the joining here, then plus 1 inch as my seam allowance. So I'm going to connect these lines. These are the last line. So followed by this. So I'm okay by that. So I'm going to cut. Now as you can see, this one here, this extra here is serving the purpose of, by the time I fix it back, this princess dart, by the time I stitch it, I won't have one, this side maybe shorter than or longer than this side. So that's just the essence of 1.1 plus inches I added at the beginning. So I'm going to cut right now. So I have so you can see that, because some may be wondering, how about this space here? So all I need to do here is to make it will still cover up. It will cover up here. This place has been taken care of. So I'm going to cut this place off right now. So coming to the neck now, neckline. This one is for this. I have this for this. Now, having completed this, I'm going to work on the down part, and I'm going to fix in a box pleated flare. Now for the box pleated flare, I've cut it out. The length here is 8 inches for the length, the down part. Now the calculation I made in cutting out the width is, I have my waist to be 30 inches. So I'm going to multiply that 30 inches by 3. So I have 30 by 3 gives me 90 inches. So 90 inches divided by 2, I have 45. Now 45, I added about 5 inches. So that is what I did here. So which gives me about 50 inches. This is the front part, while this is the back part, or back panel, front panel. So each of this same piece is about 50 inches based on the calculation I made. Can you see? About 50 inches. I think 49.5 inches. So one of these same piece, I'm going to split it into 2 equal parts. Just one of it. But the front panel, I will not split it. It's going to be like that. So since I'm making this the back, I'm going to split it. The reason why I'm splitting it into 2 is because of the zipper consideration. So I'm going to split it into 2 equal. So I have it. So is to start the marking properly. Now the first thing is I want to get the midpoint. I've folded it into 2. So I'm going to notch the midpoint like so. Then I open it. Then I start. So on my right hand side, I'm going to measure about 2 inches, that is less than 2 inches but more than 1.5 inches, so that at the end of the day I will have 3.5 there. Then here too, less than 2 inches. Now depending on how you want it to be, there's another way. If you don't want the casing to form at the midpoint, I may decide to make it the other way around, that this place will be flat instead of fixing like so. Okay, so if that is what you want, it means this one will just be, because the interval is going to be 2.5 inches for the interval. So 2.5 inches divided by 2, you have about less than 1.5 inches. So you mark it here and here. But because I want the fixing to form at the midpoint, that's why I'm making it like so. So I have less than 2 inches. See, 1, okay, 1/3. So coming to this place, the same thing, I mark. Then from this point, I shall be marking 2.5 inches as my interval. Then coming to here, I mark 3.5 inches. Then here, 2.5 inches. Here, 3.5 inches all to the end. And what I did here is what is applicable to my left hand side here. Now, having marked it all the pieces, the next thing is to cut my lining as my interface. All I need to do is to place it on my lining and cut it out for the 3 pieces. Now I've cut the interface for both the front panel and the back panel. Here is the interface. Can you see? Can you see this one? Now, as you can see, I've ironed the stay with the interface. This is for the front panel, and this one I'm going to attach it to each of these, so it's going to stay like so, and I will seal this round. So coming to this exact thing, I'm going to do exactly what I've done to this one, placing it like so. Then I seal it round. So for the back panel, I've cut the interface. This is this, and this is the dart. So far so good. We have come to the end of this tutorial. If you like this video, you can give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Bye.